What's going on, guys? Big up the hecz here, coming at you with a game of domination. I'm using the L118 sniper rifle, and the map is Blackbox. I have to say that DLC maps are, in this case, pretty fucking good. Better than the ones that have been released in the past. But I wanted to take the time to fucking have a chat with you the way we used to. And the way this happens is obviously you leave me a question or something regarding this commentary in the comment section, and I'll reply. But I wanted to ask you guys. And I'm only asking you this because I've seen a lot of complaining, and not so much complaining, but as much like some are facts, some are complaints, and some are pretty much just fucking trolls. But I wanted to ask you out there, what don't you like about OpTic and the way it's going right now? I understand that you guys miss me. I understand that you guys miss my commentaries. I get that. I'm sorry. But I also want to know how you guys feel about the current content that's been uploaded. How do you guys feel about the direction that OpTic has been going in the last year and a half, while I've been gone doing God knows what? And I can obviously go into detail on that, but I really want to know what you guys, the audience, the people that subscribe to opticnation, want to know. What do you want to know about OpTic that I can personally tell you myself, Optic Hecz, the owner and leader of Optic Gaming? I want to know. I want to know how you feel about OpTic. Please, I'm sick of all the comments that pretty much give me no insight as to what you don't like about it. This is your time, and I'm not asking you guys to complain. I would also like to hear some comments on what it is that you do like. But I'm opening it up. I'm opening up the forum. I want to read what's up. I want to know whether Optic Paul's been doing a good job. Whether you like the newest fucking montage that OCST released, or somebody else, tell me how you guys feel about OpTic. But I also want to take this time to let you guys know where I've been, right? I have to be held accountable, and I have to tell you guys, where the fuck have you been, bro? Why haven't you been doing what you were supposed to be doing this whole time? Hey, you don't like me hard scoping? Well, guess what? One day you will get to that point to where you're gonna say, you know what? I'm good at fucking sniping. I don't fucking care. I'll quickscope when I have to. I'll fucking do whatever it takes. Am I a try hard? I am. I always try hard. I've always tried hard. But I wanted to tell you where I've been. So for the last year and a half, Mike Castor and I have been building this new business. And I know that business, anytime you guys hear business, you think evil and fucking like money whores. Well, I can tell you this. I don't post videos every single day to where you can call me a money whore, but if I did choose to post videos, 2 videos a day on YouTube, one is going to be because, hey, I like to play video games, and I like to make videos, and I like to fucking talk over a microphone to the people that are listening. And the other thing is that, guys, I used to go to work 40 hours a week to an office wearing a fucking suit and a tie. And I gotta tell you, playing video games in your home and making videos and getting paid to do that beats the shit out of fucking going to work 40 hours a week. And although I know that a lot of you are still out there doing this, I want to share a little bit of my story on how I came to where I am, to be able to live off of video games, live off of playing this. And I know that you guys are gonna there's going to be a mixed signals, and I know that the majority of the mixed negative signals are going to come from kids who have never had a job in their life. So I'm going to give you a little backstory of where I come from and what I've done before I get into my actual points on why I don't give a shit about being called a money whore for making money off of playing video games. All right. So I grew up in a city called Juarez, Mexico. If you Google it, you're going to see that it's the murder capital of the world. My sister and I, who's a year younger than me, and my parents both lived in a pretty small apartment in Mexico, in a super poor condition. If you guys have ever seen Slumdog Millionaire, you're pretty much gonna get a sense of what it was like. Although the houses were a lot sturdier and actually made out of brick. Down the street, there were those houses that were made out of fucking aluminum sheets and cardboard and all, whatever it took for people to have, a roof over their heads. But I gotta tell you that when my parents, moved us, I was born in Texas, right? So I'm an American citizen. So when we moved from Juarez to here, Chicago, from the United States, it was a very fucking I was 13, and just fucking imagine being 13, not knowing a language of the new country that you're moving to. Thankfully, obviously, the Hispanic population here in Chicago was very big, so I didn't have that hard of a transition because I was able to communicate with friends in Spanish and obviously learn to speak English, right? So within a year, I was very fluent. My accent wasn't all gone up until, and even here and there, and I hear it in the comments all the time that you hear my accent, and you know what? I'm proud of that accent. You know, I'm proud of the fact that I'm bilingual. You know, I'm good. I learned a new language. I went through some fucking crazy ass shit to be able to do what I do. Anyway, so growing up poor and pretty much not having toys and you know, having fucking like minimal amounts of clothes that you can wear on a weekly basis has made me pretty much immune to people fucking whining and complaining about me making money off of something that I love. And I can tell you that I can relate to somebody like Woody's Gamertag who's a parent who is fucking over 30 like myself, that is making a living off of gaming. You know, this dude used to do what I did, right? He used to go to work and pretty much work to build the dream of somebody else. Like, he was working for somebody else's dream to build that other person's you know, lifestyle to be better, right? The owner of whatever company he worked for, you know, he needed Woody to continue to amass fucking wealth. And I'm very happy for Woody that he was able to pretty much transition from doing what he used to do, whether he liked it or not, to something that he loves to do. Like, who doesn't love to have the chance to spend time with their family nonstop and provide for them, while still at the same time taking care of yourself, your health, your mind state, by not being stressed, by not being annoyed, by not hating driving to work an hour and to and fro, fucking in traffic. And I gotta tell you that I'm pretty sure that he felt this way, because I sure as hell did. I feel as though as much time as I spend on my business now, of trying to build something, you know, for gamers and myself and my family, I feel a bit guilty because I spend a lot of time doing that instead of you know, often, you know, spoiling myself to spend more time with my daughter and doing that. But as a father, as a man, I know that my responsibility is to do whatever it is that I have to do to provide for my family. Whether that's fucking going to work to a job that I hate, wearing a suit that I don't like to wear, and you know, driving an hour to work in traffic and back. If that's what I have to do, then that's what I do. If I have to be a garbage man to do it, I'll fucking do it. I would do absolutely anything it took for my daughter to grow up better than I did when I was a kid. And I gotta tell you, if it's gaming and I'm having fun and I'm getting paid, you know, nice, then guess what? I'm gonna fucking do that with no sense of fucking care of what, you know, a lot of kids out there may think. You know, like, one, I don't post a lot, so I can't be called a YouTube money whore. But if I did, I wouldn't give a shit, because I would rather play video games, talk over the microphone that I'm talking over right now while looking at my gameplay from fucking 2 nights ago, than going to work to pretty much, like I said, build somebody else's dream up. And you guys have to be open-minded about this. And I know a lot of you are still young and haven't had a chance to go out there into the workplace and into the job world and work for somebody else, and maybe even be talked down by some fucking asshole with a power trip because he's your fucking supervisor. You will experience that, and when you do, just know that you don't have to do that. Know that if there's something out there, you know, that you like to do, and you see the tiniest opportunity, you know, of making money off of doing that, do all the research it is that you need to do everything in your power that you need to do in order to do that specific thing. I remember the first time that Hutch said, hey, you know, I'm now partnered with Machinima, and I get paid to fucking post videos. So pretty much what we've been doing for a year, I get paid to do that. The second I heard that, guys, I was like, well, I want to do that. How do I do that? I fucking did as much research. I did as, you know, I contacted Machinima. I contacted as many people as I could to be a part of that. To be, whether it was fucking, even if it was $3 a video, guys, I would have done it, because I would have tried to do something with gaming to get paid to do something that I liked. Because working at a bank or working at an insurance company is not something that I wanted to do with my life. I only did that because I needed to provide for myself and and now later in my years for my family. And was I called a money whore then? Was I called a money whore for going to my bank job or to my insurance job? Was I a money whore then? Because I only did that because I wanted money. I only did those jobs because I needed to fucking eat. So was I a money whore then? What's the difference between going to work as a bank teller, as a fast food servant, as a waiter, as a police officer, as a fireman, as anything in the world? What's so different about doing that than playing video games? If the same outcome is for you to get money, how come a fireman isn't a fucking money whore? Like they're doing it because obviously some of them love it, but they're also doing it because they need money. It's the way the world works, guys, and the sooner you grow up, the sooner you're gonna find that out. But like I said, there's no difference between that and what I do now, except for the fact that I only did that for money. I do this for both the pleasure of doing something that I like, and obviously the reward that comes with it of actually building something for yourself, something that you are the owner of, something that in Mexico I would have never dreamed of doing, something that in my youth I would have never dreamed of doing. So I hope that I didn't ramble on too much. Please leave me your thoughts in the comment section. This game wrapped up. I believe I won 43-11, which is not bad with a sniper rifle while playing the objective. But that's going to be that, guys. Please leave me your comments. Leave a like if you like. Until next time, this has been Opticnation. I'm out. Peace!